Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Let us see next question. From this question onwards, we'll be required to find two things by using two equations of motion. Let us see how. In this question, what is given to us is a train starting from rest. If the train was at rest initially, that means the initial velocity of the train is what? 0, as the train was at rest. Now, starting from rest, it attains a velocity of 72 kilometers per hour in 5 minutes. The final velocity is given to be 72 kilometers per hour. Converting it, we will see 72 multiplied by 1 kilometer divided by 1 hour. Now, 72 multiplied by 1 kilometer can be written as 1000 meters. In 1 hour, we know there are 3600 seconds. Cancelling both the zeros from here, 36 1 the and 36 2 the. So, we are left with the value 20 meter per second. This is the final velocity in 5 minutes. Now, the time is given to us to be 5 minutes, and we know that the SI unit of time is seconds. So, converting minutes into seconds, I will get 5 multiplied by 1 minute, or it can be written as 5 into 60 seconds. That comes out to be 300 seconds. Right? Now, looking back the question, we need to find the acceleration, that is small a, and the distance travelled, that is small s. So, now I cannot use any one particular equation of motion to find both these things. Till now, whatever questions we have done, we were just finding only one thing. Now, we will be finding two things simultaneously, and we will be finding it separately. As per what exactly is given to me, I am given with u, v and t. So, firstly I will find a. How? We know that v is equal to u plus at. This was our first equation of motion. Now, putting the values of u, v and t, I can find out the a part. Final velocity is 20 meters per second. Initial velocity was 0. Acceleration I need to calculate, and the time is 300 seconds. So, I will just write 20 is equal to 300 a, or a is equal to 20 by 300. Cancelling it out, it will be 1 by 15. So, acceleration will be equal to approximately 0.067 meters per second square. This is the acceleration. Got it? Now, the second part wants us to calculate the distance travelled by this object. Now, for finding the distance, I can use second or third. Any of these two equations. We know that v square is equal to u square plus 2s, because now u, v and a, everything is given to us. I could have used the second equation of motion also, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square, because over there everything was given to us. We can do it both the ways, the answer will be same. Now, v is 20 meter per second square, u given to us in the question was 0 plus 2 into a was 0.067 or 1 by 15. Let us take it to be 1 by 15 multiply by s. So, this comes out to be 400 is equal to, this 0 is gone, we are left with 2 by 15 into s. Now, taking this and cross multiplying, I will get 400 multiply by 15 into 2, reciprocal I will take, cancelling it out, I will get 200, and therefore, the s or the distance travelled will be 3000 meters. This is the distance travelled. So in our question, we were required to find two things, acceleration as well as the distance travelled. Both we have calculated. Clear? Fine. Easy questions, right? Just putting the values, just trying to relate. Alright. Next question. A car accelerates uniformly from 18 kilometers per hour. What is given to us? U to 36 kilometers per hour in V is given, in 5 seconds T is given. Right? Find the acceleration and the distance covered by the car. This same type of question we have done earlier also, but over there we were just supposed to find out the acceleration, that is small a, but in this question distance is also being asked. So first of all we will be calculating acceleration. By knowing the value of acceleration, simply we can calculate the value of s or distance travelled, all through equations of motion. Let us see how we are going to do it. Now, given to me in the question is initial velocity of the car, small u is given to be 18 kilometers per hour, right? And the final velocity is given to be small v is 36 kilometer per hour. These are in kilometers per hour. We need to convert it. How? Same fundamental, 18 into 1 kilometer, that means 1000 meter, divided by 1 hour, that is 3600 seconds. Cancelling it out, 18 1 the, 18 2 the, 2 1 the, 2 5 the, it comes out to be 5 meter per second. And it is just double, just calculate it, 36 multiply by 1 kilometer means once again 1000 meter, divided by 1 hour means 3600 seconds. Cancelling it out, I am left with 10 meter per second, and the time is 5 seconds, right? First of all, we will be calculating the value of acceleration. We know that v is equal to u plus at. This is through first equation of motion, putting the values of everything like v, u and t, we will be able to get a. V is given out to be 10 meter per second, u is 5 plus a multiplied by t is 5, right? So this comes out to be 10, this 5 I am taking on the other side, minus is equal to 5a. Therefore, we are left with 5a is equal to 5, or a is equal to 5 upon 5. Cancelling it out, I am left with a, which is equal to 1 meter per second square, SI unit of course to be included. Once I know the value of a now, I can calculate simply the value of s. How? We know that any second equation or third equation, both you may use, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. V is given out to be question in the question is 10 meter per second square, u is 5 meter per second square, multiply by 2 into a, we have just calculated 1 into s. So it comes out to be 100 is equal to 25 plus 2s. Keeping 2s here, 25 will be taken to the other side, 100 minus 25. So we are left with 2s is equal to 75, or s is equal to 75 by 2, which comes out to be 37.5, and since we are calculating the distance, the SI unit will be meters. So it will be 37.5 meters distance travelled by this particular object. Got it? Fine. Alright. Next question. The brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square. Now students, you don't have to get confused. This is acceleration given in positive, but we have also seen that in this question brakes are being applied, and whenever we know that brakes are applied, the acceleration is going to be negative because these brakes are going to slow down the velocity of the particular object, which in this case is a car. So, acceleration in the negative way, or in other way retardation, is given to us to be 6 meter per second square, and since the brakes are getting applied, it is negative acceleration, we need to take care of putting this minus sign. Correct? So, the brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square in the opposite direction to the motion. If the car takes 2 seconds to stop, so first of all, time taken is given to me, that is 2 seconds. To stop means, again we know that this means final velocity or small v of the car is 0. Calculate the distance travelled during the time. So, we need to find or to calculate the distance travelled small s. I am given with V, A and T. Now, I can calculate S either with second equation of motion, which says that S is equal to ut plus half at square, or I can calculate S using the formula third equation of motion, V square is equal to u square plus 2s. But the problem is, in both the cases, the initial velocity of the car is not given to me. And if the initial velocity is not given, how come I am going to find the distance? So, in this particular question, right, we need to first of all find the value of u. After doing so many questions, the students normally tend to get bored. They normally relate that all right, all these are using the same equations of motion, but in every question we find something is there, some new concept, some new thing that again requires our full attention and it requires our effort. So, first of all what I will do is, I will calculate the value of u using the first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. This is my first equation of motion, right. In this particular equation of motion, v given to me, a and t are given to me in the question, I will be able to get u. Let us see how. V, putting the value, is given to be 0, u I need to calculate, plus a is given to be minus 6 and time is given to be 2 seconds. So, 0 is equal to u minus 12, putting the value and taking 12 on the other side, we will get u is equal to 12 meter per second. So, now I have got the value of u, that is the initial velocity, and once I have got this value, now I can calculate the actual thing, that is the distance travelled that is asked in the question. We know that v square is equal to u square plus 2s as per the third equation of motion. Got it? V is given out to be 0, u we have just find out 12 square plus 2 into a is given out to be minus 6 in the question, multiply by s. This comes out to be 12 square is 144, 2 into minus, that means plus and minus will become minus, this will be minus 12s. I will take 12s on the other side, taking it positive, 12s is equal to 144. Now, just taking 12 on the other side, s is equal to 144 by 12. By cancelling it out, I will again get the value of 12. So, s or the distance is 12. Putting the SI unit meters, I get the answer 12 meters, right. So, this is how I am going to calculate the initial velocity first, and based on that then I will be able to calculate the distance, right?